Welcome back to the NBA cast presented by All American. Today, we're going to discuss some soccer. There's a lot going on in the soccer world. Soccer's been back for a while. MLS just came back a couple nights ago. So it's a lot we can get into today. But today, we're going to keep it at three main points. We're going to go ahead and hit the Champions League. We'll hit the Premier League. And we'll hit Manchester United. But before we get into all that, I do want to talk about this whole Zion situation. I guess his stepdad has been caught accepting $400,000. And let's just go ahead and throw it out there. If you believe that there's not one athlete that is not getting paid underneath the table, you're crazy. You're crazy. So honestly, at this point, what can you do? What can you do? He's already gone through his college career. Now he's in the league. So it's not really much they can do. I mean, you can put restrictions on the school. You can take away scholarships on the school. But what are you going to do? Take away two? Maybe it's still Duke. They're going to get the top talent. They're going to get whoever they want regardless. So I think the NCAA need to come. We need to talk about that rule because if it's going to affect one person, it needs to affect everybody. So that means it needs to affect Duke. It needs to affect FAMU. They all get paid. I don't care what you say. But okay, now that that's over with, let's get to the main points. Okay, let's go ahead. Today, the Champions League brackets came out. So we're still in the round of 16. The coronavirus paused everything. So we still have the second legs of Bayern Munich and Chelsea. We still have the second legs of Barcelona, Napoli. The second leg of Real Madrid, Man City, and the second leg of Lyon and Juventus. Once those games are played, we'll be able to narrow back down who plays who. They are matchups that have already played their second game, so they're already ready to go. They're already scheduled. You have Leipzig versus Atletico Madrid. That'll be a good game. And then we also have Atalanta and PSG. I think that's the game right now I'm most focused on because we can see 3 to 5 goals in a heartbeat. Both teams attack is insane. So with that being said, we're going to go back to these second legs. The second legs, we have Chelsea and Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich's already up 3-0. It'll be a very steep mountain for Chelsea to climb to get out of that one. Don't see it happening. We might as well go ahead and pencil Bayern Munich into the next round. I personally have Bayern Munich as the best team in the world right now. So I don't see them giving up this league. The next round game, we have Napoli and Barcelona. They're at a split at 1-1. So they get to go over to Napoli. They're going over to Italy to finish up their next game. If Napoli wins 1-0, they move on. It's as simple as that. Whoever wins this game moves on. If it becomes a draw, they're going to go into extra time. And then if it continues there, PKs. Next game, we have Real Madrid and Manchester City. Manchester City's up 2-1. This could still be a nail-biter. Manchester City, since the break has come along, since we've been back, they've been spotty. They'll win one, lose one, win one, lose one. They've been very spotty. Whereas Real Madrid on the other end are firing on all cylinders. They are looking fantastic. They've come back. Not only have they not drawn, they have not lost. So that's going to be very good battle. But they're already down 2-1. So they're going to have to come in with a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to have to attack from the get. And then the last playing game we have will be Lyon and Juventus. Juventus obviously has one of the best players in the world and Cristiano Ronaldo, but they are down 1-0. That's the issue. They're down 1-0. But when you have someone like Cristiano Ronaldo and Dybala on their side, anything can happen. Right now, they're playing on all cylinders as well. I see Juventus overcoming this challenge and making it on to the next round. That's me, but we'll have to see when the games are being played. As everything is gone right now, we're going to have the winners from Real Madrid and Manchester City. They're going to match up with the winners of Lyon and Juventus. And then Napoli, Barcelona, their second leg winner will move on to play the winner of Bayern Munich and Chelsea. And like I said, I don't see Chelsea moving on at all. Like I said, they're down 3-0. I just don't see it. So with all that being said, that's basically your teams and your brackets. We just have to wait for the playing games before we can move on. And like I said, I still have Bayern Munich as the best team in the world. if I had to put my money on somebody, that's where I would go. So now we're gonna go ahead and flip the switch. Let's go ahead and switch over to the Premier League, which is the best league in football. Obviously, we have a very, very tight race with the top four. The league is already won though. With that being, Liverpool has already won the league. They're already moving on to the Champions League for next year. No one's playing for that spot anymore. But we still have a very tight race between 2 through 5. We have Manchester City, Chelsea, Leicester City, and Manchester United. Manchester City spot for the top four is pretty much solidified, but that 3, 4, and 5 spot of Chelsea, Leicester City, and Manchester United are all 2 points away from each other, 3 points away from each other. Manchester United right now is a team that is balling on all cylinders. They've won the last 4 games by 3 or more goals. Leicester City and Chelsea still have some work to do. They're ahead by 2 points over Manchester United for that over that 5th spot, but they have work to do. They have a tough schedule. They're still trying to push. Now at 6 we have Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton now they're sliding down. They're now 6 points behind Manchester United. I don't see them making their way to a top 4 seed. It's pretty disappointing the way they started off and the way their season was going. They are a very tough team. Chelsea and Leicester, like I said, they have tough games to go. If they want to continue this stretch and continue to keep that top 4 seed, they have very tough games. Leicester City has to close their matches out with Bournemouth, Sheffield United, Tottenham, and the last game of their season is against Manchester United, which would be huge implication game for the top 4. Why I'm stressing the top 4 is because the top 4 of the Premier League are guaranteed spots in the Champions League for next year. So that's the main battle to see who's the best team in the world. But with that being said, Manchester City, who's sitting at 2, I said they're a guaranteed lock, but next week we find out if they're going to be able to compete in the Champions League. They've had some issues, and now they are facing punishment. They're actually facing a possible ban for the next 2 years for their Champions League. So we'll find out what they're going to do next week. They're guaranteed as of now, but next week can change everything. If that's going to be the case, then Manchester United will slide up automatically into that 4th spot to go. But like I said, we'll have to see. And Manchester United cannot rely on City to be banned. They need to go ahead and push their way into the top 4 because you just don't know what next week holds. Chelsea's last 4 are also, they can be a tough little stretch because they have Sheffield United, Norwich City, they have Liverpool, and they have Wolverhampton. The only thing I would say about that schedule is we don't know how Liverpool is going to want to play the second to last game of the season. It's like I said, they've already won the league. They have nothing to really play for. And Wolverhampton, with them being kind of pushed back, I don't know how they're going to want to fight at the end of the season, depending on how the rest of the last 4 games go, will depend on how hard they want to fight. So Chelsea, I feel like might be a lock with Christian Pulisic in their lineup. They've been a very, very nice team to watch. They attack and their defending is a little sketch at times, but with Pulisic in the lineup, they can score at any time, whether it's off the counter or getting creative in that midfield. So with the Premier League, there's a ton of football still to watch, and you guys, I definitely say watch it closely because these guys are fighting to the end. With our my favorite team, back to Manchester United. With them, they have a lot of work to do, but luckily for us, our strength of schedule is not very strong. We have Southampton next game, Crystal Palace next. Then we're going to finish it off with West Ham and then again Leicester at the end. The way we're playing right now since we've been back from the break, with Paul Pogba back in the lineup, we've been amazing. We still have not lost a game since the signing of Bruno Fernandes, which was in the January transfer market. So, as a Manchester United fan, it makes you wonder, dang, like what could have happened if we would have signed him the summer prior? You know, if we had Bruno Fernandes the whole season, what could have been? But we're here where we are now. So, as a Manchester United fan, the way we have to look at it, we have to finish strong. We need to beat the teams we need to beat. And that's the last 4 games. That includes everyone. We need to win out. That's the only way we'll be able to continue this run. So, if you guys are big soccer fans the way I am, please, guys, comment, like, subscribe. We're definitely going to do more shows, especially the way everything is going. There's still so much football to be played. I will continue to cover a little bit of the MLS. We'll talk more about transfer rumors, and we'll continue to talk about the Italian leagues, the French leagues. So you guys, please tune in. Comment your favorite teams. Let's discuss some football, guys. See you next time.